Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time of day this is for you. It is the morning good for me. Little later on the Monday. Mending Monday. I don't know. How was your weekend? Have a good Mother's Day. Have 3 of my 4 children here. This grieving too is hard, and then it's hard for these young ones. Don't understand, and it's not their fault. You know, so sad when the children get caught up in the adult stuff. You really only got one adult really thinking about what's best for the kids. Having everybody in their lives, not feeling like they have to choose between, not being dragged into adult conflicts. Even when you're trying not to pull them in there, that still happens. Because we're still human. You know? It was beautiful, but yeah, it just reminds me of my children. I'm being kind of erased and replaced in my own children's mind. You know, much time, effort into, you know, and it's others will set them up. And then I've done that too before, because they'll even buy all the gifts and whatever, and it's a reflection of what they think or whatever. Not me. Why they really chipped in and went above and beyond. My girl made me a little card. Those are the things that mean the most to me. You can't buy those things in stores. And that's the thing that, you know, they put a little time, effort, a little reflection in it. You know, even if when it's stuff that they've made at school or whatever, they might write something on the board, but they've taken that time. It's their hands have touched it. They more than any store-bought gift. The things that reflect and say, Mom, I'm thinking of you, right? That you're special to me. We watched Patch Adams yesterday. That was beautiful. I love Patch Adams. Love Robin Williams. We had a little dance party. We'll sing with them. Yeah. I'm just glad that they were here with me. Then they got picked up early. We didn't even have a chance for a dinner or anything. My dad brought home pizza. So a pizza for my Mother's Day dinner. They brought me some Timmy's. I'm not a Timmy's person, right? So it didn't really reflect me. You know, and the potted plant, I love those. But right now, I'm trying to learn how to take care of myself so to have more to take care of, you know. And then that's not what my children are doing, because others will override with the children. Even if they will speak up and say that they'd want something, if somebody else thinks that's a stupid idea, then they'll voice it. And then you start feeling ashamed. But actually, my children would know better than those adults. I pointed out to one thing I've asked and I've never gotten. The only thing I really want is a pair of slippers. There's the like generic mom gift you can get me is some slippers, and I've never ever gotten that. I go out and buy my own slippers. So that's what's going on in me, mending. This mom is mending. That's okay. I loved having them here. But then they leave in anger, and that's not fair. Because it didn't go exactly the way they wanted it to. Or whatever it is. It's just become habits. It's just habits now. It's not. And it's not their fault. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to my children. It is not fair. Wish these adults would have a look at themselves. Any child you have in your life, if you have issues with adults in their life, are you careful that you don't take that out around the children? Especially now. I don't want to do these crying videos. There's a plane going over. A helicopter. Yeah, I don't want to do the crying videos. They get used against me, and, you know, but I'm human. I'm releasing and processing. You know, it was beautiful. There was beautiful moments yesterday, crying, and I was really missing my eldest, so that's hard. It's the moontime flow, you know, so there's just a whole lot. You know, you make the best of it. Liberating the teaching lodge of the arrows, right? Teaching lodge of the arrows. They've watched and they've learned, but connecting with that spirit, with that source, getting that strength inside. And we've all got that strength inside. We do. Everything you need is all within you. Seed of prosperity. We're planting those. It's a-coming. It's a-coming. Tomorrow, my PSW is coming. So I'm going to get that set up, which will be a whole lot nicer, right? A lot nicer with my children, too. I just miss them so much. There was no need for this. Take children away from a perfectly good mother that's dealing with physical issues, that needs some extra supports to help just with her own self-care, so that I can be there more for my children. That's what I wanted since I moved into Peterborough and made that choice between my house and myself. You know, because I didn't want to be getting upset with my kids because they had a little mess. I have no problem. No problem with mess. It's fun to get messy. It's that it's left, right? And they're taught that they don't need to clean it, and that mom should be cleaning up after everything, and blah, 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 whatever it is. They had a bigger influence than their mother. And other people that will, right? Because they take it personally. If you don't agree with them, if you don't do what they think you should do. Because they're the all-knowings, you know. They know everything about everybody, what everybody should do. And because the people aren't listening to them, that's what their whole problem is. Because they aren't listening to them. Anyways. Where are we at? 11:17. I only got 36:09 on this. Okay. So let's call in all of the energies from the east, path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. All of our energies from the south, waters, emotions, childhood, innocence. All the energies from the west, earth, physical, introspection, woman. North, energies, the air, the mental, the wisdom years, walking the earth walk, the red road. We look at those inner reflections. We're seeking, trying to find who we are, right? The seeker of the light within. We look and we see we're already equipped with all that we need. All of our life lessons help to refine us. And we go up to that north, right? And that's where we can rest Because with success, we found who we were. We've integrated all the colors of our own personal rainbow. We've joined with spirit. We aim high for the truth. Wow. Major arcana is right there, spirit. And then we're going to want one of these, spirit. So thank you. Just one of these that we haven't done yet. East to west is the blue road of spirit that's always with us. What's that say? Listen to your heart. Listen to your sacred heart. Spirit is there. It's in that still and quietness that we need to go. This still quietness, because spirit does not speak loud. We're loud and hard on each other. Spirit is always quiet and gentle. And to really hear, to really get in tune with your source inside, that's when you need to quiet down. Do that retreat. East to west, blue road of spirit. Apprentice of bulls. A devotion. It's a devotion to joy and healing. A devotion to joy and healing. We were talking about yesterday, right? We can learn through suffering, or we can learn through joy. The choice is ours, right? And that suffering, when we keep hanging on to something and it didn't go this way, it should be this way, it should be that way, right? My kids should be with me, then I'm suffering. Instead of in the joy that I can build myself up and be stronger than ever for when they are coming back with me, because they are. This is where they belong. This is what's best for them, above, below, and within. Okay, now spirit. One, right? One, the major arcana that we have not discussed yet. Thank you. Thank you. To focus our week on. Well, listen to the truth of the sages. That's popping up. So we're going to just keep that one out to keep in mind there. We're listening to the truths of these sages. We're moving that way over there. Throwing that down there. That's just to keep in mind. Listening to the truths of the sages. We're going to have just one. Just one major arcana coming out. Thank you, just one. One we haven't done. Is that it? Is that it? No, that's the spiritual kinship that three of bowls were coming together with their spiritual family. Letting spirit lead us to that, not the ego. Be spirit driven, not ego driven. In our relationships. Let spirit guide us in our relationships. Inspiration and excitement, that ace of pints, we keep praying for it. We listen to the sages, right? In that still and quietness, that's when we can hear them. That's the truths of the sages. They did not speak loud. That's the wisdom to speak quieter. Then things quiet down. People will tune in a little more because they need to. You speak a little quieter, people are going to lean in. Maybe. I don't know. It's meant for them. What's that? Major arcana, that big spiritual lesson here, this big spiritual life lesson this week. Big spiritual life lesson this week. One major arcana. Thank you, Creator. Those just went flying over there. Nope. And that's the listen to your heart again, and acceptance. Acceptance that you are important here. Listen to your heart. It's telling you. Be gentle with yourself. You belong here. You're important. You're needed. You are essential. Every single human being, no exceptions. Every bit of life belongs here. No exception. Okay, there we go. Let's see, we're going to extract one out of here unless we got just one on the bottom or one on the top. Nope. Form and order. That's it. The Emperor, taking command for the good of all. There we go. We have that. Crafting. We all have a craft. We got to restore that balance, thinking that we don't have anything to offer, right? And swim in that eternal light and that passion, that joy of what you have to offer, right? A devotion of joy and healing. You keep doing that. That's how we heal, right? You're being called to that, right? We're going to take that form and order. That's the one we're going to talk about today. That apprenticeship, channeling the light. We're learning to do that in our lives here. So, right, we want to move this one up on her. Okay, well, we'll just move this out the way. There we go. That works a little bit, kind of, sort of, right? But it's this one. Taking command for the good of all. Okay, that's the one we're focused right on right now. Okay. Ow! Oh! does that form? There's plenty for all, right? That's what we're focused on too. There is always plenty, plenty, plenty for all. Okay, plenty for all. Everybody can do it. It don't matter what it is. What are you being called to do? Poo, 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 poo. Okay. Command. Command. We did not do that, right? Okay, let me just check it for sure. Where do I have them marked up? We got the resources done. 3, bounty. Oh, we didn't read bounty yet. Nope, we haven't done command. I'm checking it off. So, the number and meaning is 4. It's form and order. The traditional name is the Emperor in the traditional deck. The medicine woman and the medicine woman energy, taking command for the good of all. Affirmation. I now create the structures through which all of my gifts will be actualized. I am the governor of my world. I am the ruler of my life. From limitless spirit, I draw all the things needed for right action. I am the Emperor, the card speaks. I am the Emperor, chief, creator of the overall structure that takes into account the many abilities, talents, and experiences you have discovered within and relates them to the world's needs. Through the Emperor or bounty in yourself, through the Empress, the bounty in yourself, you learn these gifts in your being. Now through me, you will learn to give them physical form. You have journeyed as the fool or the seed, willing to take a risk to move forward. Then, as a magician, a resourceful one, you saw the tools you have to use along the way. As the high priestess, the seeker, you realized your responsibility for that which you experience. At the same time, along the way, you discovered an abundance of good ideas, high goals, and personal ambitions. You experienced the bountiful feeling of the Empress when you saw the abilities, talents, and knowledge that have been planted in your consciousness. Now is the time to find a structure that can allow this whole self to come through in fullness. Now is the time to find a structure that can allow this whole self to come through in fullness. Your thoughts and images dictate your reality. Your thoughts and images dictate your reality. You must take command now. It is a time to make decisions that benefit your whole being and that of the earth, your dwelling place. I tell you, you are the maker of your personal law. The definitions of the meaning of your experiences constitute. The definitions of the meaning of your experiences constitute or make into law suggestions that are accepted without reservations by your consciousness. You define what you see many times without even thinking. Realize you have choice in your definition, in your response to any situation. You have choice. This is your point of power, that you have choice, have free will. Self-questioning. Are you in the work situation desire? Are you in the work situation you desire? Are you in the relationship you want? Are you in the work situation you desire? Are you in the relationship you want? Exercise. Take a subject you experience difficulty with. Then write a list of one-sentence beliefs that you hold about that subject. Concerning money, for example, your list should look something like this. I think rich people are... You finish. I have never... Times are rough because... I can't get... No satisfaction. Satisfy myself. My parents wouldn't... I wish I could... Then read over this list. These sentences are the laws of your life in this area. Can you think of better ones? Use these better ones as your affirmations. It is helpful to make signs or cards and put them in places where you will unconsciously notice them many times throughout the day. Remember, you are being programmed. Yes, you are, by all you see and hear. Oh, yes. Television, radio, magazines, movies are all subtle commands to your self-conscious. You may want to replace some of these suggestions with your own. Choose your self-programming consciously. Become the commander of your own reality. Meditation. In your inner awareness, go to the teepee of the chief. Place your doubts and fears in the central fire. Give the chief permission to speak to you, to reach through any barriers that you may have unconsciously put up, and to give you insight as to your true place in this world. The chief may call other medicine people into the circle. A pipe may be passed. Inhale the light of the Spirit, that you may be able to see clearly your own path. Visualization. Imagine in the picture of yourself as a very prosperous and powerful leader. Now step into that image and feel the qualities you would carry into the role. See that you can be kind, generous, that you can administrate, guide, that you can be a peacemaker, a diplomat, an emissary, a counselor. Your words guide others. Your thoughts and ideas affect them. Rules you make are carried out, and visions you have are manifested in the material world. You are impeccably prosperous. Ooh. The astrological sign for this card is Aries. The colors: scarlet to excite action, purple for the royal feelings of rulership. You may wish to experiment with the precious stones or feathers or other talisman to find what brings you feelings of strength. Going with the flow. Command is not power over the force. It's not power over the force, but it's using the force, but working with the force. It's not power over the force, but working with the force, and the force is within you. It is taking advantage of a flow already going, strongly going. Consider these forces and whether you currently have command of them. Money, sex, time, and energy. Do you command those? The chief must consider how to utilize not only their own, but each individual's talents to take advantage of the tribe's innate wealth. Your tribe may be your family, peer group, business staff, or spiritual circle. As a leader, you must be wise enough to recognize the true inclinations and abilities within each person. Then you must figure out how to encourage the full expression of these innate qualities in a way that benefits the whole. These innate tendencies will always be the things that make the individual feel fulfilled and happy during the process. What is good for the individual is good for the whole. What is good for the individual is good for the whole. No one is asked to give up the self to sacrifice for the tribe. No one is asked to give up the higher self to sacrifice for the tribe, to give up the self at all. The higher self. Yeah, but the ego self, yes, for sure. Likewise, the chief looks at the larger forces of life, not only the forces of nature, but the forces of society that does their best to work with the flow of these forces. Once again, a utilization of the energy in process is called for. It is not a giving up or giving in, but a taking advantage of. It is using the momentum of what is already happening. If the fish swim upstream, you go there to catch them. You don't give up eating. You harness the wind with windmills and generate power for your own needs. You don't sit around wishing for electricity. The flowing river turns the water wheels, runs the mill, grinds the grain. The flowing river runs the water wheel, runs the mill, turns the water wheel, runs the mill, grinds the grain. Rain falling from the roof fills the barrel for watering your garden. In modern life, the amount of money you have is a power, however inadequate you may think it to be. It is a force given to you to see if you can make wise choices, to see if you can maximize its potential to create the good of your choice. Of itself, it is like a lump of clay. Do you say this is just dirt and throw it away? Or do you become a sculptor? It is the same with the time you have been given, your lifetime. How do you use it? Does every moment count? When free, do you allow the true self to come out? Do you love, create, and enjoy your time? Or is it all given to the suppression of self to another's will? Taking command is using your will, thereby increasing your willpower. Your thoughts are another tremendous creating force. How do you use them? They form your world on the inner plane, setting up the patterns that manifest in your outer world. Take command. With every situation, there are forces at work. Powers already in action. The wise chief finds a way to use them for the greater good. It is the chief's goal always to bring together. I'm losing my blades here. It is the chief's goal always to bring better, And it's the chief's goal always to bring better fortune to their people and thus the self as well. The ancient martial arts are supreme examples of learning to use the energy at hand in a physical way. The Aikido master takes advantage of the direction of the opponent. Go with the direction of the fall. That which opposes you is rendered helpless to harm you. That which opposes you is rendered helpless to harm you. A loss is always a new freedom as well. A loss is always a new freedom as well. A gain is a stepping stone. The challenge you are given by a life situation is an opportunity to perfect a skill or quality that you have been happy to that you will be happy to have later. As the great plan of the unfolding universe is put before you, you are a warrior in training. Never complain about an opportunity to hone your skills. You are a warrior in training, so never complain about an opportunity to hone your skills. What a way to look at things, huh? Go forward with the fullness of your being. Take command. The non-chief complains. The non-chief complains. The chief sees opportunity and takes charge of the forces by setting their self in a position that will receive the forces' benefit and diminish the likelihood of harm. You, like the chief, have your own goals and deeply held values. These should not be set aside. The lesson of taking command is simply that you must use your mind and will to place yourself, container of these goals and values, in a position where they will be strengthened and enhanced. Go now. Look at your deepest needs and desires. In what already happening flow of energy can you place them? Stop embracing struggle. Stop embracing struggle. Take command. Stop embracing struggle and take command. Listen to the truths of the sages. Nothing new is happening in this world. It's all cycles. And how are we improving on these cycles? How are we taking command of these cycles, using them for the good of all? I don't know. How is that showing up in your life? I'm going to do a moon card. Hope I don't get cut off because I've only got 4 minutes left on here. So one moon card to go with this one. One Mondays, whatever. We're just going to do this. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, we're going to... Which one's going to stick it to my finger? They're going to stick it to my finger. Hey, thank you, Creator, for it just sticking to my finger. That one. That one. Here we go. Have we even looked at that one yet? I don't know. I don't know. A weirdo. 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 We're listening to the truths of the sages. Good day, been there, done that. Okay, and now I got 3 minutes left. We're going to do this, and so I can say goodbye, too. Okay. That one's at the front of the things, I think. What is that one called? Okay, the shamanic medicine wheel structure of the healing process through the earth. That's good. Bring that reminder. Poor body elements. Okay, that's what that one is. You see? So we're looking at, so when we're in that healing, we're taking command of all parts of our medicine wheels because we are one big medicine wheel. We sit at the center, right? So the shamanic medicine wheel, the structure, the healing process of the earth. The left side of the wheel is the feminine side. Feminine, Mother Earth, Grandmother Tonsanine. The right side of the wheel is the male side, masculine, grandfather, son. So actually we've called in all these energies. That's what we do every Monday. We call them all in. Let me look at this one, 16. There we go. What's that? Let's do this one real quick. Okay, because we're taking command of all directions, all aspects of our medicine wheels. Okay, we're not going to ignore any parts of ourselves anymore. And number 16, I got 2 minutes left. Can I do it? Can I do it? I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. We can do it. Number 16. Okay, the moon launch ceremony. Air and fire, water and earth. Unifying the light of the rising moon into the ritual of love. Renewal of the earth. Peeling off of layers, transparency, revelation, and healing of all generations. Gate of the east is open. Gate of the south is open. Gate of the west is open. Gate of the north is open. Prayer, intention, and gratitude within the peace pipe. Into the womb we shall converge, shall sing and pray our heart's intentions. Water shall flow out from within us and wrap our skin. There shall be peace between the sexes upon our earth as we are all heading towards a great rebirth. Mwah! Love yous all. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do because you know it. This world needs you. Balance out those energies, the war of the sexes within yourself. Okay? There we go. There will be peace on earth because we're all heading towards this great rebirth, but we need all those energies all together, flowing in harmony. Love yous. Thank you. Wonderful, blessed day and week.